Going on? Young Ambition Soft Wash here. Another update for anyone who's following along. Talk today about equipment and why it's important to constantly be troubleshooting your equipment, updating your equipment. Sometimes you do it because you want to, sometimes you do it because you don't have a choice. And today I ran into an issue with my ladder. So when I started out from, this way. When I started out in the beginning, I had the ladder that's on top there, a 20-foot Werner extension ladder. It's been able to do a lot of my job so far. It's been fine. Underestimated the height of a client's roof this morning. Got there, threw my ladder up, and it was no go. So told the guy, hey, underestimated the height. Gotta go get another ladder. So ran to Home Depot. I've been thinking about getting another ladder, so today was kind of the, I guess, the day to do it. Ended up getting the 32-foot extension ladder. It was perfect. It was more height than I needed. It should be good for any other job that I get. But, just something to keep in mind. You got to get up on the roof. You got to have the proper equipment. One thing that there's a lot of good things about this ladder. One thing that I hate about this ladder is its weight. It's very awkward to move around by yourself without, a little extra thought, making sure, where you grab it and balance the weight. And today the wind was blowing a little bit, so it was getting pushed around on me. So if you watch my my last video, you will see me drop it and slam it in a few different places. But, again, learning here, figuring it all out, figuring out the best ways to, manhandle the ladder. Some of the other things I wanted to talk about is how important it is to have a hose reel. I actually bought another one. I'm not sure if I'm going to actually use it, and I'll talk more about that. I think hopefully if things go my way, I'm talking to the bank to get some financing. Hopefully if everything goes through, the system that you see here will be replaced by a much more high-tech system geared towards this. I kind of threw this together just to get started. It is working. It's produced quite a good bit of income for me. But if I am going to try to take this seriously and really make a job out of this, I want to have better equipment, more reliable equipment. So what we have going on right here, a couple updates. I'm not sure if I touched on this in previous videos. So this big tank here is my mixture of chem. Okay, I got water and chlorine in there. It's at about 40 gallons right now. And then the smaller tank I've been using for my roof washes in there. I can flow the chem from the big tank into that tank, mix it with the surfactant for the roof, and we're good to go. This hose line is hooked up to both tanks. Depending on whether I turn the valve on or off, it'll pull from this tank, or I got a valve under there. I got this a hose connector here so I can flush fresh water through, which I'm not very good at doing that. I should be flushing it out more often, but that's neither here or there. And then both tanks run into this T here. I don't know if you can see that. And then it comes up to the pump. Okay, I was using a 5.5 gallon per minute pump. That pump is not doing so hot right now for some reason. It doesn't have a lot of time on it, so I don't know what the issue is. That pump up there is actually the pump, 4 gallon per minute pump that came with the county line tank. So I had to throw that back up there. I'm working on exchanging the pump and sending it back to the company for a new one, the 5.5 gallon pump. So what I don't like why I chose to do it this way with the two tanks is because I do house washes and roof washes. If I use my 100-gallon tank right here and I fill it up with 100 gallons of chlorine and water mix and then put my roof snot in there, I can't use that on the siding because then it'd be too sticky, wouldn't be able to rinse it well. So I'm able to mix into this smaller tank as I get the job. It's very frustrating though. It's time consuming to transfer the liquid 25 gallons at a time, especially if you're on a bigger roof. The other day I had to fill it up twice, and it's just added time on scene. I don't have an effective way to really transfer it. I'm only flowing 5 gallons a minute. 4 gallons a minute. So, it takes time, and it's time that I could be doing something else. The other thing that is really kind of frustrating is not having a designated tank for the roof snot. I have my roof snot right here, and again, you know, there's spillage involved, and having to mix it constantly is not really the route I want to take. So what I am looking to do is, some of you guys are probably familiar with Southeast Soft Wash. Look them up. They make these great dual blend skids, and I think that's what I'm looking to get into here. Every day that I go out, now that I know about their skids, every day that I go out and I do work, I am constantly wishing that I had a better system. Their system has individual tanks for surfactant, water, and chlorine, and then their proportioners mix them. You can control the amount as you are working, and it just makes everything cleaner, more efficient. My hose reels, the hoses that I'm using aren't really the proper hoses. That hose reel is for 150 feet. The hose that I'm using is a thicker garden hose. I'm only able to get 100 feet on there because it's a little thicker, but the 150-foot hose that I was using, the chlorine kind of chewed it up for, you know, in the first week and a half. And I just didn't get the longevity out of it. And again, I'm not using the proper hose here. So there's some things that I definitely want to change, but you should check out Southeast Soft Wash. They have great videos, learned a lot from them, and check out their skids because they are pretty sweet. So I had to get a little more extra equipment today. Went and got I don't even know what this is, Atlas cordless power blower. It's electric. I thought about going again a gas one. I've never really used too much of this electric stuff, but it's light and it's small, and I plan on using it up on the ladder to blow out gutters. I bought it for a job that I'm doing tomorrow. The gutters are a mess, and I think that using the leaf blower is really going to just help me blow them out, and I can clean up the yard a little bit, clean off the walkway. There's a big pile of needles on the roof that I'm just going to blow off before I wash, and it's a pretty good job tomorrow. This week we're looking at making over $2,500. The one tomorrow is $8,900. Oh, I'm sorry, $8,900. That'd be nice. $890 alone. So you know, this truck and the setup is allowing me to make some money, but I wish I could do it a little more efficiently. And I think investing in my equipment with a better setup will really help me in the long run and lead to less frustration. Which this right here it's frustrating. You know, it's just not set up in the most efficient way. So. But that's why we're here. That's what we're doing, figuring it all out as we go. If anyone has suggestions, please let me know. Hit like, subscribe. See you next time.